Good day, everyone. Good day, ma'am. I am Rina M. Sumael, together with my partner Renz Japet Loage. So, today, we are going to tackle about the human person flourishing in terms of science and technology as a way of revealing. Learning objectives. At the end of this video, the students will be able to explain human flourishing in terms of science and technology, apply reflective and meditative thinking on the effects of technology modernization, and recognize some of Martin Heidegger's point of views in the concept of technology.
Good evening everyone, my name is Renz Luage and today I will report the human flourishing, reflective thinking and meditative thinking. So let's start with flourishing. A state where people experience positive emotions, positive psychological functioning, and positive social function. Most of the time, living with an optimal range of human flourishing. Human flourishing involved with rational use of one's individual human potentialities including talents, abilities, and virtual in the pursuit of his freely and rationally choosing value and goal, human civilization, and the development of science and technology. So, what is human flourishing? When we say human flourishing, we mean when individual and neighborhood are living with joy, purpose, connection, and autonomy.
People become civilized along with the development of science and technology. Being both as the bearer and the beneficiary of science and technology, human flourishes and finds meaning in the world that he builds. But unconsciously, human acquire, consume, or destroy what the world has to offer. To prevent these things to happen, science and technology must be treated as part of human life that needs reflective and meditative thinking.
So let's proceed to reflective thinking. It's closely linked to the concept of learning from experience in that you think about without what you did and what happened and decide from what you would do differently next time. This can be done by asking this question to yourself. Example, what are you working on? What was hard? What was easy? How are you doing it? What did I learn? How will I use it in the future? So that are the example of reflective thinking. So let's proceed to the last, meditative thinking. It means to nature, to observe, to ponder, to awaken an awareness of what is actually taking place around us and in us. So example of meditative thinking: do yoga, recollection, nature meditation, tai chi, breathing exercise, and more. So that's it.
Technology as a mode of revealing. So Martin Heidegger, he was a German philosopher and one of the most seminal thinker in the continental tradition of philosophy. He was widely acknowledged to be one of the most original and important philosophers in the 20th century. He was born on September 1889 and died on May 1976. He also pointed out a different view of technology as a mode of revealing. He said with a quote of, "The essence of technology is not anything technological." Do you know what would he meant by that? No? So, he mean by that is that the true nature of technology goes beyond the physical devices and tools themselves. It implies that technology is more than just the sum of its parts. Its essence lied in its impact on society, culture, and human existence. In other words, the profound influence of technology extends to how it shapes our perceptions, behaviors, and interactions with the world, rather than being solely about the gadgets and innovations it produces. To make it short, Heidegger is telling us that dili lang siya about sa technology, but about sa atoa on how we reflect ourselves sa ato ang perceptions, behaviors, and interactions diri sa kalibutan. Martin Heidegger strongly opposes the view that the technology is a means to an end or a human activity. These two approaches, which he calls respectively the instrumental and anthropological definitions, are indifferent but do not go deep enough, as he says they are not yet true. Heidegger points out technological objects are means for ants and are built and operated by human beings. But the essence of technology is something else entirely. Try to look at this as an example. Since the essence of a tree is not itself a tree, he points out, so the essence of technology is not anything technological. So what then is technology if it is neither means to an end nor a human activity? Technology, according to Heidegger, must be understood as a way of revealing. Revealing is his translation of the Greek word aletheuin, which means to discover or to uncover what was covered over. Related to this verb is the independent noun aletheia, which usually translated as truth, though Heidegger insists that a more adequate translation would be unconcealment. How can technology be a way of revealing? Technology is a mode of exposure in a way that it entails and demonstrates more meaning, veracity, and significance. Heidegger argues that people should think of technology as a mode of revelation because it reveals much more about the human person in the world. Everything we perceive or we think of or interact with emerges out of concealment into unconcealment by entering into a particular relationship with reality. Reality is revealed in a specific way. It's like looking at the minimap of your favorite mobile game. Darkened areas won't show anything until you or one of your allies cross and expose it, or unless you are using a map hack tool. Technology is the way of revealing that characterize our time, and it embodies a specific way of revealing the world, a revealing in which a human takes power over reality. While the ancient Greeks experienced the making of something as helping something to come into being, as Heidegger explains that modern technology is rather a forcing into being, technology reveals the world as a raw material available for production and manipulation, which may not be a very good thing. Why is technology not a human activity? According to Heidegger, there is something wrong with the modern technological culture we live in today. In our age of technology, reality can only be present as a raw material, as a standing reserve. This state of affairs has not been brought by humans. The technological way of revealing was not chosen by humans, rather our understanding of the world, our understanding of being what it means to be developed through the ages.